So this is part 2 of my video. Welcome to my channel, Teacher Timmy Talks. So here's the hardest conversation. Why setting financial boundaries and investing safely is your next mission. The unspoken weight of the OFW wallet. Pag-usapan natin kamusta ang mga wallet ng mga OFWs. To the modern day heroes, the overseas Filipino workers, you are the backbone of our economy, the source of hope for your families, and the embodiment of sacrifice. Every stage and every single padala or remittance is a testament to your love and hard work earned far from home. But being the bagong bayani comes with immense pressure. You are not just managing your own finances. You are often the primary bank for an entire extended family. This pressure lands you squarely between two critical challenges. The pressure to provide. How do you say no to a family member in need while ensuring your own financial security? Uunahin mo ba yung mga pangangailangan, wants and needs nila, or yung wants and needs mo din? The pressure to grow. How do you make your hard-earned money grow without falling prey to high-risk schemes or losing everything? Again, sa scam, kasi marami din mga OFWs and their families back home ang nai-scam. That's another topic. Pag-usapan din natin yan. How do you know it's a scam? Basta number 1 po, if it's too good to be true, then probably it isn't. It isn't true. Okay? Basta too good to be true, wag na po, wag na po. These are difficult waters to navigate, but they are essential for securing your eventual return home. Kasi yun naman dapat ang goal mo. Yung mag-abroad ka, give yourself like some time, years, how many contracts, and after that, ready ka na to come back home. That's why this vlog is dedicated to preparing you for your next financial mission. I am breaking down the solutions to these two crucial problems in upcoming posts. Consider this your preparatory briefing. Mission 1, the emotional toll of the padala. Every OFW knows the scenario. A loving but demanding phone call from home asking for funds for an emergency, a new venture, or simply daily expenses. Yung hindi pa sahod pero may tawag na sila, nagre-remind na sa'yo. Pero pag ikaw naman, kakabigay mo lang sa kanila, ni thank you, wala. Tapos, during the time, yung mga gitnang part na hindi ka pa magpapadala at wala pa silang aasahan sa'yo, ni kumusta? Walang chat, diba? Walang paramdam. Pero pag malapit na ang sahod at pagsahuran na, ayan, nangungumusta na. Because the Filipino culture values utang na loob and prioritizing family above all else, saying no often feels like an act of betrayal at pagdadamot. However, pouring all your income into family expenditures without setting aside funds for your future, your retirement, your health, and eventual repatriation means you are effectively trading your future security for temporary relief back home. Yan din sabi ko na immediate gratification. You are thinking short-term, not long-term. This creates the remittance trap where you remain dependent on overseas work long after you plan to stop. Kaya nga yung mga iba, hindi, 2 kontrata lang ako doon, 6 years. But after 6 years, sige, magdadagdag pa ako another 6 years. Dumaan na ang 12 years. Ay, hindi pa nakabayad ng utang sa Pinas. Sige, magdadagdag ulit ako. Hanggang sa tumanda ka na, hanggang i-elbo at sisipain ka na ng kumpanya mo kasi hindi ka na po pwedeng magtrabaho. At hindi mo na namalayan. Di ba? The boundary conflict. The conflict isn't just financial. It is deeply emotional. Ito ang sinasabi ko. At sinabi rin ni Pastor Dan, emotional blackmail. Yan ang una-una kasing kalaban ng mga kabayan sa abroad. Yung emotional blackmail, yung ang damot-damot mo na, nagbago ka na, nakapag-abroad ka lang, akala mo kung sino ka na. Emotional blackmail. And kadalasan, ang nambablackmail sa'yo ay kapamilya mo. Di ba? Kasi hindi nga sila makahingi ng gusto nilang hingin sa'yo. Your family sees your contribution as limitless, endless, unli, often failing to recognize the high cost of living, the long hours, and the loneliness you face abroad. Wala naman sila yan pakialam kung mas kinalulungkot ka doon, mas kinahihirapan ka doon, mas nakikipagsiksikan ka doon sa tirahan. Wala naman silang pakialam dyan. Basta ang pakialam lang nila, yung komportable sila dito. And the biggest mistake OFWs make is waiting until they are burnt out or broke to address the issue. Tsaka mo lang sasabihin na, Nay, tay, ate, kuya, mga anak, walang-wala na ako dito. Diba? Tapos ano, sa tingin mo, i-embrace ka nila at sasabihin, halika na, uwi ka na. Nakapagtabi kami. Hindi siguro. Diba? Sisisihin ka pa nila. We understand that having this conversation, pamilya, kailangan ko ring mag-ipon para sa sarili ko is perhaps the hardest thing you will ever do. It requires courage, clarity, and most importantly, a structured plan that allows you to provide without sacrificing your eventual freedom. Think of yourself. So next time, here's what you're going to do. Is scripting the hardest conversation. Gawa ka ng script. So I will be dedicating an entire post to tackling this head-on. So join me as we break down how to talk to your family about setting firm financial boundaries. I'll be providing practical scripts for responding to common requests, strategies for shifting the family mindset from dependency to partnership, tips for defining your specific non-negotiable personal savings targets, and mission number 2, securing your future with low-risk investments. Once you have established firm boundaries and are consistently saving a portion of your income, the next step is crucial, making your money work for you. Tandaan natin na tayong lahat na empleyado, nagtatrabaho para sa pera. So habang tayo ay empleyado at nagtatrabaho para sa pera, dapat nakakapag-isip tayo ng paraan paano magtatrabaho yung pera para sa atin. Kasi darating ang panahon, sa ayaw at sa gusto natin, hindi na tayo makakapagtrabaho para sa pera. Kasi nga, tumatanda tayo. The OFW community is sadly a major target for scams. The promise of double your money in 6 months appeals to those who are pressured to build wealth quickly. Sabi nga nila, easy money, easy come, easy go. This often results to devastating losses, erasing years of hard work. Talagang marami na ang lumuha dahil dyan. Nawala yung ipon and all. Remember this simple truth. As an OFW who physically works hard for every peso, you cannot afford high-risk speculative investments. Haka-haka lang yan. Scam. Safety must always be your top priority. Kasi po pinaghirapan mo yan. That is your hard-earned money. Hard-earned money. Investing doesn't have to mean complicated stock market reading or trading or volatile cryptocurrencies. It means finding reliable instruments that protect your principal while offering steady, predictable growth. Huwag tayo sa mga high risk masyado. It's okay to take risks in life, but yung mga low risk lang at yung alam mo, yung kahihinatnan nung pinapasukan mo. The OFW investment imperative. The ideal OFW investment must meet 3 criteria. Tandaan, 3 criteria bago ka mag-invest. Number 1, accessibility. It must be easy to manage and monitor from abroad. Nakikita mo siya kahit sa abroad ka. So, pwedeng online siya, ganun. Number 2, liquidity. You should be able to access the money if it is an emergency. If emergency arises, dapat pwede mo siyang i-liquidate kaagad. And number 3, stability. It must be insured or backed by reliable institutions like the Philippine government or established banks. Dapat naka-insure po yan. So kung online siya, kung stock market siya, yung mga ganon, dapat PDIC. PDIC po, yan. May insurance po. If you are currently keeping all your savings in a low-interest checking account, sinavings mo lang sa bank, you are effectively losing money every year due to inflation. Bumababa po yan. Yung sinave mong 1 million ngayon, after 10 years, akala mo kumikita ka? Hindi. Pababa ang value ng pera mo pag naka-savings lang po. You deserve better. You deserve safe, consistent growth. Next time, your low-risk investment playbook is this one. Control of your destiny. Your journey as an OFW is one of intense sacrifice, but it must lead to self-sufficiency, not eternal dependence. We recognize the immense pressure you face when dealing with financial requests from home, and we understand the fear of investing wrong. This is why I am dedicating my next 2 posts, to give you the practical tools you need to succeed in these 2 vital areas, protecting your savings and protecting your peace. Join me again next time as we break down the best low-risk investment options for OFWs and how to talk to your family about setting firm financial boundaries. Don't miss out these essential guides. So again, this is Teacher Timmy. Another day, another discussion. Choose to be happy because happiness is a choice. Bye-bye everyone. Gising na ang mga tao. God bless.